Friends, let us discuss motional electromotive force. This motional electromotive force, it is related to translational motion of a conductor, or if one end of a conductor is fixed and if it is rotating, then the motional EMF in a rotating bar. In this way, two types we can determine motional electromotive force. First, let us determine electromotive force in a translational motion of a conductor. And for this concept, first let us discuss a very simplest manner. If we take magnetic fields which is inside the conductor. Here is the simplest example. If lines of forces, they are inward to the plane of this paper. Imagine here lines of forces, they are passing inward to the plane of this paper. And if a conductor is kept, here one conductor is kept in that magnetic field. Suppose this magnetic field of induction B is there. If a conductor is placed exactly perpendicular to this magnetic field, if this conductor is at rest, that time there is no any induced EMF. But if we move, we translate this conductor with the velocity v in this direction, then there is a changing magnetic field, and due to which there is an induced EMF produces. Now, if L is the length of a conductor, then how much induced EMF is produces? We know that here is EMF, it is related to the flux. First, let us determine change in the flux. What is the flux? Flux, it is related to this magnetic induction and the area. We know that this formula is equal to this B as it is, and this area, it is related to this length L, and here this conductor which displaces up to a certain distance. Suppose this displaces up to a distance dx in a time dt, then it can be written as BLV, and this is nothing but flux, change in the flux. And we know that EMF, it is equal to rate of change of a flux, and therefore it is equal to BLV. This concept is here, and same concept is applicable for this translational motion. विद्यार्थी मित्रों, समजा लाइन्स ऑफ फोर्सेस या परपेंडिक्युलर टू द प्लेन ऑफ अ पेपर आहेत. दे आर गोइंग इनवर्ड टू द प्लेन ऑफ अ पेपर. अशा पद्धतीचं मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड आहे. लाइन्स ऑफ फोर्सेस दे आर नॉर्मल अँड इन गोइंग टू द प्लेन ऑफ अ पेपर आहेत. आणि समजा यामध्ये जर आपण एक कंडक्टर ठेवला, त्या कंडक्टरची लेंथ L आहे. अशा प्रकारचा कंडक्टर जर ठेवला तर सुरुवातीला या ठिकाणी EMF इंड्यूस्ड होणार नाही, कारण की तो रेस्टला आहे. पण समजा तो जर v वेलोसिटीने आपण मूव्ह करत असू, तर त्यावेळेस कंडक्टर हा मूव्ह होईल आणि त्याच्यामुळे त्या ठिकाणी लाइन्स ऑफ फोर्सेस म्हणजेच मॅग्नेटिक फ्लक्स चेंज होईल. आणि मॅग्नेटिक फ्लक्स जर चेंज झालं तर त्या ठिकाणी EMF तयार होतो फॅराडेज नियमानुसार. आणि म्हणून ते चेंज ऑफ अ फ्लक्स आपण डिटरमाइन करूया. ते फ्लक्स कशा पद्धतीने चेंज होईल? समजा या ठिकाणी स्मॉलेस्ट डिस्प्लेसमेंट dx झालं इन अ टाइम dt, तर या ठिकाणी स्मॉल फ्लक्स आपल्याला डिटरमाइन करायला लागेल. स्मॉल फ्लक्स हा B आणि एरिया, मॅग्नेटिक इंडक्शन आणि एरिया याच्यावर डिपेंड आहे. ते लिहित असताना आपण अशा पद्धतीने लिहिणार B इंटू एरिया रिटर्न ॲज L लेंथ, आणि किती डिस्प्लेस झाला तो कंडक्टर तर dx इन टाइम dt. म्हणून या ठिकाणी आपण स्मॉल d∅ बाय dt कन्सिडर केला फॉर द स्मॉल टाइम पिरियड दिस d∅ चेंजेस. पण आपल्याला माहिती आहे dx बाय dt म्हणजे व्हेलॉसिटी, आणि अशा पद्धतीने आपण स्मॉल मॅग्नेटिक फ्लक्सचा चेंज आपण लिहू शकतो. आणि वी नो दॅट रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ अ फ्लक्स इज नथिंग बट EMF, आणि अशा पद्धतीने आपल्याला EMF लिहिता येईल. ही कंडिशन आहे की जेव्हा कंडक्टर हा एक्झॅक्टली परपेंडिक्युलर टू दिस मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड असेल तेव्हा आपल्याला अशा पद्धतीची सिच्युएशन घेता येईल. सेम कन्सेप्ट आपण ट्रान्सलेशनल मोशनसाठी अप्लाय करणार आहोत. त्या ठिकाणी सुद्धा ईची किंमत BLV येईल. नाव लेट अस डिस्कस दॅट ट्रान्सलेशनल मोशन ऑफ अ कंडक्टर and for the same purpose. Here are so many examples related to the translational motion such as a rails, a conductor which is kept over a rail. Now let me draw diagram. Here number of lines of forces, they are perpendicular to the plane of a paper. These are nothing but lines of forces. Inward to the plane of a paper, B is the magnetic induction. Suppose one conductor is kept here. Let me increase the lines of forces again. Here are the lines of forces. Now, one conductor is kept here. And if it is moving in this direction with the velocity v. Suppose this conductor, it will kept over a rectangular frame we call such as a rails. Here a rectangular frame. Let me call A, B, C, D. It is a rectangular frame of wires and this length is equal to L and this breadth is equal to suppose X. Now situation as such, we can move this CD conductor over these rails, over these wires, so as to increase or decrease this area. If this area is changeable, if this area varies with the time, if this area changes with the time, that means magnetic flux also changes with the time and that produces EMF in this wire. How it is? If this BC having the length L is moved out with velocity v to increase this length x, then the area of ABCD also increases. Thus, the flux of the B through this loop increases with the time, and we know that according to the flux rule, the induced EMF will be equal to the rate of a change of the magnetic flux through this conducting circuit, and therefore the EMF will cause in the current loop, and it is assumed that there is enough resistance in this wire so that induced current are very small, producing negligible magnetic field. As the flux phi through the frame ABCD is BLX, we know that phi written as B into A, phi it is equal to BLX, where L is the length, X is the breadth, L into X is the area. According to the flux rule, we say that magnitude of E it is equal to d phi by dt is equal to d by dt of BLX. Now, this B and L, these are the constant. B is the magnetic induction and L is the length of this wire, and therefore this length is a constant, but this X is changeable because this BC conductor, it will be changeable. And there we can move this CB or the BC in these directions, and therefore this length is constant, but this length varies, that means X varies, and therefore this E can be written as BL into dx by dt. But we know that dx by dt is the rate of change of a distance, rate of change of a displacement, and therefore E can be written as dLV, where V is the velocity of wire BC, increasing the length of wire AB and CD. This is our first equation. Now, if a BC is a conductor, it consisting of so many electrons. If a charge Q is carried along by the moving wire BC, it experiences a Lorentz force. Here, this conductor consisting of electrons. Few electrons, they are at the bottom, and few positrons, they are at the top, and therefore they act such as a battery. Here, this rod, we can draw it as a battery because this conductor, few electrons, they are at the bottom, same few number of charges, they are at the top, and therefore it indicates the positive and the negative terminal of a battery, and therefore there is induced EMF and induced current produces. This is the concept. Now, a charge Q which is carried along this moving wire BC, it experiences Lorentz force, and we know that Lorentz force can be written as Lorentz force, it is F Q into V cross B, and which is perpendicular to the both velocity and this magnetic field. We know that magnetic field which is inward to the plane of this paper, like this, the direction of this plane, and V, it is perpendicular to this magnetic field, then the Lorentz force which is perpendicular to the both, we say that this Lorentz force, velocity and this magnetic field, they are perpendicular. That means force is parallel to this wire BC. This force is a constant along this length L. And zero elsewhere. When the Q charge moves a distance L along wire, the work done by the Lorentz force written as this work done written as F into L, and it is equal to, we know that force can be written as here QVB sin theta, and it is equal to QVB sin theta into L. And this work done, it is just the EMF, and therefore E is equal to work done per unit charge, and it can be written as it is equal to V B sin theta into L. Here is the Q, and Q gets cancelled out, therefore E is equal to VB sin theta into L. If theta is 90 degree, that means sin theta is equal to 1. Therefore, E maximum, it is equal to BLV. Both these equations are same. The rate of a change of a flux. In general, it can be proved that for any circuit whose a part is moved in a fixed magnetic field, here this part is moving in a fixed magnetic field, the induced EMF is the time derivative of a flux. This EMF is the time derivative of a flux d phi by dt. Regardless of a shape of a circuit, the flux rule is also applicable in the case of a wire loop that is kept stationary. The magnetic field is changed. The Lorentz force on the electrical charge is given by F is equal to Lorentz force. It can be written as F is equal to Q into E plus V cross B. There are no new special forces due to the changing magnetic field. Any force on the charge at a rest is a stationary wire comes from atom. The Faraday's observations lead to discovery that the electric and magnetic fields are related to the new law. In a region where magnetic field is changing with the time, electric fields are generated. Friends, खूप इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक आहे ट्रान्सलेशनल मोशन ऑफ अ कंडक्टर. समजा एक रेक्टँग्युलर वायर लूप तुम्हाला दिलं आहे आणि यामध्ये हा एक कंडक्टर हा मूव्हिंग कंडक्टर आहे. समजा मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड इथं कॉन्स्टंट दिलं आहे इनवर्ड टू द प्लेन ऑफ अ पेपर, आणि समजा हा कंडक्टर जर मूव्ह करणारा असेल तर या ठिकाणी चेंजिंग मॅग्नेटिक फ्लक्स होईल आणि त्यामुळे इंड्युस्ड EMF तयार होईल. ते इंड्युस्ड EMF किती असेल तर इंड्युस्ड EMF BLV इतकं असणार आहे. आणि त्यामागचा कन्सेप्ट अशा प्रकारे आहे. समजा हा कंडक्टर जर आपण मूव्ह केला तर यामध्ये चार्जेस आहेत. त्या चार्जेसपैकी निगेटिव्ह इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जे आहेत ते निगेटिव्ह इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हे डाऊनवर्ड डायरेक्शनने येतील आणि पॉझिटिव्ह चार्जेस हे अपवर्ड डायरेक्शनला असतील. हिअर इज द मॅग्नेटिक फोर्स is produces. How to determine that magnetic force? According to the palm rule. समजा आपल्या हाताचा पाम, त्याचे हे फिंगर्स ते जर मॅग्नेटिक फील्डच्या डायरेक्शनने आपण ठेवले अँड इफ थंब रिप्रेझेंट द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मोशन ऑफ पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज. आता ह्या डायग्राममध्ये जर कंडक्टर ह्या साईडला मूव्ह होतोय, ही डायरेक्शन आहे निगेटिव्ह चार्जच्या मोशनची आणि बिलकुल त्याच्या अपोजिटला पॉझिटिव्ह चार्जचं मोशन असणार आहे. Therefore, we have to keep this thumb in the direction of a positive charge and if the fingers they are in the direction of a magnetic field, then the force which is acting in the downward direction. Here this represents the direction of a force which is acting in a downward direction. म्हणजेच या ठिकाणचा Fm मॅग्नेटिक फोर्स हा डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शननी आहे. समजा मी हा कंडक्टर इथं जर ड्रॉ केलेला असेल तर दिस इज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ Fm आणि त्यामुळे हे फ्यू इलेक्ट्रॉन्स या डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शननी असतात. त्याच वेळेस तेवढेच पॉझिटिव्ह चार्जेस हे अपवर्ड डायरेक्शननी असणार आहेत. या ठिकाणी F E ची डायरेक्शन ही अपवर्ड राहील. It is opposite to these negative charges. If positive and the negative charges they are separated at a distance, obviously here electric field generated it is from positive charge to the negative charge. पॉझिटिव्ह पासून निगेटिव्ह कडे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ही इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जनरेट होईल आणि ती मी अशा पद्धतीने रिप्रेझेंट केली. इथं पॉझिटिव्ह चार्जेस आहेत, तिकडे निगेटिव्ह चार्ज आहेत. या कंडक्टरच्या सराउंडिंगला इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड तयार झाली आहे आणि या ठिकाणचा इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स ऑन द इलेक्ट्रॉन विच इज इन अ अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन. अपवर्ड डायरेक्शननी फोर्स ऑन अ इलेक्ट्रॉन असणार आहे. आता बघा, फोर्स ड्यू टू इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, फोर्स ड्यू टू मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड बोथ आर अपोजिट. ॲट व्हेरी फर्स्ट समजा खूप कमी नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन जर या ठिकाणी जनरेट झाले ड्यू टू द मोशन ऑफ दिस कंडक्टर, हिअर ऑब्वियसली Fm इज ग्रेटर दॅन Fe. समजा आपण अशा पद्धतीने हा कंडक्टर जर मूव्ह करत गेलो, या ठिकाणच्या Fe ची किंमत इन्क्रीज होत जाईल. ॲज द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन इन्क्रीजेस हिअर Fe ऑल्सो इन्क्रीजेस. म्हणजेच या ठिकाणी more accumulation of charges that increases the electric field, and there is one steady state at which Fm it is exactly equal to Fe. जेव्हा ह्या पद्धतीची सिच्युएशन येईल त्यावेळेस आपण सांगू शकतो EVB is equal to E into E, where E into E is the force on electron and EVB is the force due to the magnetic field. Here force due to the electric field is EE and force due to the magnetic field is EVB. This gets cancelled out and therefore E can be written as V into B. But we can say that this delta V can be written as E into L, and therefore this delta V, that means potential, it is related to the EMF, it is equal to E. E is nothing but VB and this L as it is, and therefore this EMF it is equal to BLV. This concept is for electrostatic and same concept will be produces here, and that's why we get the same equation BLV. If there are the two rails on which this rod is moving, that time inside the rod there are nothing but the charges due to which here the induced EMF produces. Now friends, let us discuss motional EMF in a rotating bar. Suppose here magnetic field acting inward to the plane of a paper. Number of lines of forces they are ingoing. Now one bar is kept here. Here is a pivot. One end is fixed while one is movable. We can rotate this bar with this end. This end is pivoted, it is fixed end. Here is a small segment of length dr of the bar. If it is moving with velocity v in this direction, this distance is r from this pivot. Consider this is small segment dr of the bar at a distance r from the pivot. It is a short length dr of a conductor which is moving with the velocity v in the magnetic field B and has induced EMF generated in it like the sliding bar. Now, imagine all such segments there as a source of EMF. We can find that all these segments are in a series, therefore the total EMF, it is the integration of all such small EMFs. If this segment is a small, then the induced EMF is also small, and that induced EMF, it can be written as, from the previous topic, we know that for the small segment, if it is moving with the velocity v, then the EMF is written as very small EMF dE is equal to BVDR. Here, smallest length dr. From the previous topic, we know that E is equal to BVL. Instead of L, here let me write dr for this small EMF E and for this rotating bar. Now, the total induced EMF in the rotating rod, total induced EMF in rotating rod, it is the integration of this small EMF and is equal to integration of BVDR. And there is certain limit from this length 0 to the total length of this bar, it is L, 0 to L. Now, here is this rod is moving in this direction. This linear velocity, it is written in terms of angular velocity, therefore E is equal to integration from 0 to the L into B. This V can be written as omega R into dr. Now, this angular velocity and this magnetic induction both are constants, and therefore E can be written as B omega integration 0 to the L R dr. We know that integration of R dr is nothing but R square by 2, and therefore it is equal to B omega and then R square upon 2. Here is limit 0 to the L. E is equal to, we can say that B omega and then L square by 2. That means E is equal to half, then B omega L square. We can compare this equation with this. E is equal to BVL. In this way, the motional EMF in the rotational bar, it can be determined. This EMF is equal to half B omega L square.